Join me on my first flight as a private pilot.
941 Tango Whiskey, holding short, runway 32 right, ready for departure, requesting a right downwind departure, heading to Lodi.
That's 941 Tango Whiskey, Concord Tower. Runway 32 right, clear for takeoff, fly straight out, I'll call your right turn. Traffic departing the parallel runway straight out Cessna.
Clear for takeoff, runway 32 right, fly straight out, you'll call my right turn, check for that traffic on the parallel runway. 941 Tango Whiskey, thank you.
Cessna 1 Tango Delta, no need to report. You're number 2 following a Diamond Star right downwind to beam the numbers. Runway 32 right, clear to land, number 2.
Runway 32 right, clear to land, number 2, 1 Tango Delta. Alright, got all my lights on. Everything is good, we are on both. Cleared the taxi out, so that's what we're gonna do.
Here we go. Let's get on that center line before we apply full throttle. Our instruments are in the green. Our airspeed is alive. We'll cross that threshold, and as soon as we get our airspeed to 55, we will rotate.
50 and 55. We are up in the air.
Welcome to the skies. We're gonna go ahead and climb on out at 75 knots. That's our VY. This is my first flight since receiving my private pilot certificate, and I am juiced. Here's that parallel runway that should have that departing traffic. My focus here is to maintain my center line or stay to the right of it to make sure that I don't interfere with that traffic. It is an absolutely beautiful day. Let's continue our climb and wait for them to give us that clearance to make that right crosswind turn.
Cessna 1 Tango Whiskey, your right crosswind turn is approved. Traffic 3 miles north of the field, low level to helicopter. Additional traffic 2.5 miles northeast of the field to assess on a right base entry for runway 32 right. Altitude takes 1,700.
Searching for that traffic, thank you. Right crosswind turn approved, 941 Tango Whiskey. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go.
Cessna 20 Delta, your right turnout is approved. Traffic at your 5 o'clock on a right crosswind, 2 right downwind turns.
Alright, landing and taxi lights are gonna go
off. On now.
Right turnout approved, I'll be looking for the traffic over the clear. 20 Delta.
Cessna 1 Tango Delta, you're number 1.
Number 1 Tango Delta.
We are gonna continue to climb and head on east. We wanna get to about 3,000 feet, but we'll see what the clouds have to say about that. From a video standpoint, you gotta love the clouds because they add depth to the sky. However, from a pilot standpoint, I prefer it to be clear. When there's clouds, there's often bumps. And right now, it's a little bumpy and a little rocky. It's not too bad, and it's something that I'm more than comfortable with. Lodi is about 37 nautical miles away, and it's gonna take us, give or take, about 25 minutes. Now that I've got my certificate, I promise there are many views, experiences, and great food to come, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's go ahead and zoom out on our GPS. Even though we have flight following, we want to make sure that we can see things that are at least around 10 miles out, and we remain vigilant.
Cessna 1 Tango Whiskey, previous mentioned Cessna traffic's off your left side in about 1.5 miles. Northeastbound, altitude gauge 2,600, has you in sight, frequency change approved, have a safe flight.
Searching for that traffic, frequency change is approved, thank you, 941 Tango Whiskey.
I feel like I almost flew over it, but I finally got the runway in sight. The plan is to fly over midfield and join on a 45 for the downwind for runway 30. We're making that turn from base to final. Airspeed is extremely important, so I'm making sure I'm above 60. I'm coming in a little bit high and a little bit fast, but I've got 3,800 plus feet of runway, 60 feet of width, so let's get on the center line and put this plane down safely. When you come in fast, it takes you a little bit extra time to dissipate that airspeed, so we definitely floated for quite a while. But as you can see, we put it down on the center line, so let's go check out this festival.
How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? That's that energy I love. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Yeah. Y'all having a good time? Wonderful.
As you can see, it was a bunch of people having a great time, so even with the camera, I fit right in. Although I didn't drink any alcohol, I had a great time at the festival, and if you've never been, you've got to check it out. Now can we talk about this sunset for a minute, because I was absolutely enjoying it. It was beautiful, the clouds were gone, so there are no more bumps. I swear if I could spend all my time flying, I 100% would.
Alright, I have my airport in sight. I mean, thankfully it's my home airport, I know what I'm looking for, but it's always interesting when you fly somewhere in the evening when the lighting has changed, or an airport you're unfamiliar with. Like the airport today was super tiny. I think my runway was 60 feet wide by 3,800 feet, so it's a long enough runway, but it was definitely far narrower. The runway we're about to land on one night right is 150 feet wide, which is essentially 3 times the width. A little less than 3 times, right? 2.5 times to be exact. 2.5 times the width.
Those runway illusions that we learned about are definitely a real thing. A narrow runway makes you believe that you have more altitude or you are higher than you are.
My landing was okay. It wasn't amazing. It was safe. I made corrections to get on center line. I did bounce. My airspeed on final was a little bit high, so I'm going to make sure to not make that same, mistake or error now. Get over these hills, and then we'll start to descend, as well as slow down.
The journey to getting here has been challenging, but to
finally have my pilot license, it's taken me, about a year and a half, maybe even a little bit more. So that's definitely a significant amount of time. It was challenging. I struggled with landings for a very long time.
Some days were extremely frustrating.
But it's just, I'm very excited. It's a blessing to finally be in the position that I'm in. I know that I don't know everything. As a matter of fact, there's a lot that I don't know.
It is said that having your pilot certificate is having a license to learn.
Continue to practice, seek training, ask for help. One awesome thing about the aviation community is everybody's extremely helpful. There are tons of people who are out there looking to help me and give me advice. And everybody's just really encouraging, which is awesome. 085, first notch of flaps. Carb heat goes on.
Our landing light is on. Let's make sure we get down to pattern altitude and we're all configured for this landing coming up ahead.
Concord Tower, 941 Tango Whiskey's on the 2-mile base for runway 19 right.
This is 1 Tango Whiskey, runway 19 right, clear to land.
19 right, clear to land. This will be a full stop landing heading to Concord Jet. Thank you so much, 941 Tango Whiskey.
If anybody ever told you there's anything more fun out there than flying an airplane, trust me, they lied to you. I can't wait to take you guys with me on some more adventures. We've got some flying events coming up, $100 burgers, and just enjoying flying to different airports. Hit that like if you're with me, and let's fly. Remember on that last landing, I said I came in a bit too high and too fast, so one of my main focuses here is my airspeed. We're still on base, so my focus is 70 knots with 2 notches of flaps or 20 degrees. I am trying my best not to get distracted by this amazing sunset, and as much as I love GoPros, they just don't have the dynamic range necessary to give this thing justice, but take a look for yourself anyway. Now back to our task at hand, let's land this airplane. We're on base, so we're still pitching for 70, but as we turn final, we're gonna pitch for 65 and bring down that 3rd notch of flaps, as that is our approach speed.
65, we've got 2 and 2, add a little power, pitch forward for 65. All right. There we go, 2 and 2. Hold it just like this. Right, 2 and 2, 65. I like what I'm seeing.
You hear me keep mentioning 2 and 2. We have happy lights, the left side of the runway. 2 white, 2 red indicates I'm on glide path.
Here we go, over the freeway. Love it. Over the trees. Little bump there. 65, still feeling good, still looking good. Power coming back just a little bit. Shouldn't have pulled it quite yet, but here we go, 2 and 2, coming across. Oh, 65.
That second arrow from the threshold is my aiming point.
Oh, idle, round it out nice. Yup. 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 Very smooth. We are gonna hit those brakes and exit Juliet, baby.
So 1 Tango Whiskey, if you're able to turn right on Juliet and taxi Concord Jet via echo this frequency. Have a good night.
Turning right on Juliet, gonna taxi to Concord Jet on this frequency. Thank you so much. You have a great night. 941 Tango Whiskey. Yeah! Yeah! That landing was pretty damn smooth and buttery. Makes me feel wonderful. Patience is the key, and it's the hardest thing for me in life is patience. Pull out my checklist, double check everything. Flaps came up, strobes come off. Clear runway, throttle to 1000. Carb heat off, transponder 1200. Taxi lights, yup. Strobes off, mixture comes back lean. Trim for takeoff. And I can stay on this frequency. Let's go.
Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out. My next flight's gonna be with my wife for the first time.